Bring your roofies, you know what I'm saying?
So for those of you who aren't just so you know, if you're just listening, right now what you're seeing is a blurry dog and her blurry owner sitting behind her.
I'm kind of retarded.
Hi, you must be new.
In syphilis, the treatment is usually with penicillin.
Cheers. Cheers, buddy. Ho, 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 bitches. It's Christmas. It's Christmas. And the Christmas boys at large are here to bring you holiday cheer and good beer.
Yeah, we're filled with joy, and we hope you are too.
We're joyous.
Praise be.
Glory holds.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, Christmas.
Coming in hot.
I mean, if you're listening to this when it comes out, it's Christmas Eve today.
Yeah.
Maybe you're with your family, giving them COVID or whatever. I don't know.
If you're listening to it the day after it comes out, it's Christmas.
It is.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
If you're listening to it way late, Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year. I'm looking more forward to New Year than Christmas this year.
Well, you already had Christmas.
I kind of already had Christmas, but then I'm doing it again too with different people. So
Well, that'll be good.
yeah. Are you excited for Christmas?
It's hard to be excited this year about much.
Yeah.
I still have shopping to do, which isn't good. I should have thought, I'm in isolation. Get your Christmas shopping done. But you know what? I didn't. I thought, man, I'm going to feel bad for myself.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't. How many presents do you buy? Like, how many people do you buy presents
I just buy for like my immediate family.
Okay. See, there's so many in mine now that we just I kind of mentioned to you the other day. Like, we draw names. And so I only had to buy one gift for Christmas the other day, and then I need to get my mom something.
Right.
And then
So, I guess technically I have to buy exponentially more than you.
Yeah.
To like the power of 2.
Yeah. But that's more time, more energy, more money.
Yeah. But I actually bought an extra one. Santa came.
All right. Yeah. You
Came
mentioned
for you.
you got me a present. I feel bad. I'm going to get you something now. I've had ideas.
Oh, hang on. Actually, it doesn't matter if the price tag's on it. Who cares? You can have a limit then.
Okay. That's good.
I think they took it off.
Oh,
Well, you had mentioned if I was
know.
looking for something
Yeah,
for
I
you.
know. Where did you find this?
At the vintage shop. And it said vintage south of the border coffee. It's got Pedro on there.
Yeah, that's perfect, man. Thank you.
You're
That's
welcome.
awesome.
I thought you'd like that.
No, that's great. Oh my God.
It
Yeah.
looks vintage too.
No,
it looks cool.
That's one of my favorite gifts is coffee mugs, just different things. And this is, we recently had a story with South of the Border, so it's perfect.
We did like a whole segment on it.
God, I'm going to drink out of this in the morning.
I'm excited.
and then I'm going to feel joyous because you care about me.
I hope it holds liquid. I didn't test it.
It should. No, this is nice, man. I really do appreciate it.
You deserve it. You deserve more than that.
That's by far. I haven't got anything from my mom, but the most thoughtful gift I've received in a while.
Good deal. I hope you can enjoy some coffee and maybe some Jimmy John's.
Jimmy John's.
What was it?
What?
What was the Christmas dinner?
Oh, Jersey Mike's. Yeah, I'll shit on it. My family doesn't listen to the podcast anyway. But yeah, that's what we got for Christmas lunch was Jersey Mike's subs. Out of all the possibilities,
It's very joyful.
it's like, why not? I would be happy if they would ask me to cook something big.
Yeah.
I don't know. They just didn't want to do it though.
Yeah, and it's a weird year.
It is a weird
You
year.
can write it, chalk it up to that.
Sure, I will.
But yeah, it's a time. Well, hey, cheers, Merry Christmas, buddy.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
it's a time of hopefully joy and giving and kindness.
That's what it's all
But
about.
Just
don't give people corona.
right. I mean, do your best. But it's also like a time of shopping. Mm-hmm. And sometimes, Jerry, I have a video. Sometimes Christmas shopping can bring the worst out of you.
Yeah, so let's see what this guy's all about. You ready?
Yep.
And show the police. I'll show them this video. I got pepper spray, and I'm not afraid to use it.
Agitated.
You sorry son of a bitch.
It's like he's in a duel in the Old West.
Yeah, his fist. He's so clenched.
Move out of the way.
His asshole's
You
probably
get
so
the hell
tight.
out of here.
Move out of the way.
You get out of here and walk.
Okay.
I'm gonna tear your ass up in a minute.
Cool.
Oh wow.
He's gonna rape him.
We'll have the police then.
You will?
Yep.
He knows karate.
Stupid son of a bitch.
What's
I
he
got
gonna
your tag
do?
number. I'm gonna report you to the police. Okay?
Do that now.
I've got your tag number. Okay?
Do it now.
He's gonna break.
He speaks like he's running for president in the 1930s.
He walks. He can't even walk right.
There's so much adrenaline.
You asking for some damn big trouble. You know what?
You're asking for some damn big trouble, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, well, this is clearly this guy's from the South somewhere, right?
And we might have missed it right at the beginning. This guy tells him because the old man starts coming at him. He tells him a reason why he shouldn't be coming towards him.
And show the police. I'll show them this video. I got pepper spray, and I'm not afraid to use it.
Okay.
He's not
You
afraid of
son of
pepper
a
spray,
sorry
so
son
he
of a
stops coming forward. And
Yeah.
he's like, "You son of a
You
bitch!"
sorry? What is this old guy gonna do? He's like 75.
He's gonna get his shit rocked. Is what he's gonna do. He's gonna get the hot sauce to the face and be on the ground flailing, calling for
he
Bertha.
thinks his old crackly little fist can defend against pepper spray.
Right? He's gonna punch it away.
I don't know why he's so mad.
I wonder. My guess is that's the whole video. I wonder if maybe this is like the third or fourth place this old man's been to, and this guy got the parking spot he was circling around for or something.
Yeah.
But you imagine how many of these this time of the year we don't get to see.
100%. If people are so stressed out shopping all the time, and the tempers are just out the roof, and so this guy just was having a bad day. Probably hates his life. Probably hates himself.
I mean,
and
he's got some
taking it
nice
out.
jeans on.
Yeah,
he's got a good fit.
He's got a really good fit. Yeah, nice green
That
jacket.
green on green.
Yeah,
Green on the green plaid.
looks really good.
Just flexing on him.
Maybe there's been less of this year though, because there's probably more online shopping.
Probably.
So maybe it's a good thing.
Maybe this is the only one that happened this year.
Maybe it's
That'd
the only
be
one.
then maybe Corona was a good thing.
God, yeah. I mean, even just going and doing random stuff around this time of year, you just see people just get angry, even at the littlest thing. Like it should just be a time of no stress, but somehow people make it stressful.
Well, the shopping is what I mean.
The shopping and the money and just everything.
Yeah, money. There's deadlines that you
Maybe
don't
we should
have.
change it.
I mean, you can't change it. I mean, that's part of it. It's present season.
What if
Gotta
we did?
shop for
What if
presents.
we did change it? What if it was something else? What if you gave people just
A hug?
love?
Not enough.
It's not enough.
No, I can't spend that love anywhere.
What if you had to for everybody you care about, you had to do something like creative or unique, like for you, maybe you had to make like a little short film about them or something.
Yeah, I would rather have the stress of going out and buying gifts than
Would you?
making 4 short films.
What if you had to make some songs about people?
I can't make one song about anyone.
What if you had to write a page about something?
I could do that.
That'd be easy.
That'd be really easy.
Maybe we should do that.
Yeah, I'd do 78-point font.
Because that's actually something we did on Sunday when I saw my family, was for the first time ever, along with the gift, you had to write a little note saying what you liked or appreciated about the person.
And you had your brother-in-law, right?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
I said I respected him as a father and a husband.
Businessman? Oh.
I should have said businessman, and I said I always appreciated his upbeat attitude and how he's always interested in talking and drinking beer. He's the only person in the whole family that drinks beer with me. So
Well, that was good. You got him.
yeah, it was good. I got him some beer and a Greyboys
Easier.
t-shirt.
Yeah. Shouts out to people who bought shirts again.
Yeah,
Appreciate it. And we have a few.
yeah, we have
still
more.
available.
If anybody's interested,
We have
ordered
certain
extras.
sizes, so we might not have exactly what. But we
Right
have,
now we have small, medium, large, and extra large.
Oh, there you go. If you missed
So-
out and you still would like one of those, sorry, Jake.
Yeah, you still. I mean, you still got time. But it's going to be too late by the time you hear this for Christmas. But would have been a good Christmas present. We should have promoted it. Maybe
That's
next
our
year.
fault. Buy them for next year. Hoard them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was a fun little video I found. But also, Jerry, as people hear this, not only is it Christmas Eve or Christmas, or after, but the third Greyboys at Large short film is out in the world, and so if
When
you
are we
haven't-
releasing it?
the goal. So as we record, the goal is, because it's currently Monday, the goal now would be the 23rd, but it'll definitely be out by Christmas Eve or Christmas Eve midnight as it rolls into Christmas. So on Christmas, you can definitely watch it Christmas Day. So if you haven't watched it yet and you'd like to see it before you hear us talk about it, spoiler alert. So hop on over to the Greyboys at Large YouTube channel. Dick that bell, comment, like, slap the bell.
Lick it.
Make sure that bell is rung, and subscribe. That'd be awesome. That can be your Christmas present to us. Subscribing to our YouTube channel. That's
I'd
how
be happy
easy
with
is that?
That'd be pretty easy.
Every subscription brings us countless joys.
A couple clicks. It seems pretty easy.
Pretty easy. But yeah, it's called You Better Watch Out, and it's where this is from.
Yeah, you were Santa Claus.
I was Santa, a lifelong dream of mine, fulfilled.
I thought you played him well.
Thanks. Yeah, he was an angryman, but for
was
good
angry.
reason.
Yeah, he had reasons to be.
So maybe, I don't know. Do we want to go into like story stuff, or do we just want to talk more behind the scenes? Because I can watch the thing and see the
Yeah, I don't
story.
think we should go into the
Yeah.
story of it.
So
at all.
basically, a very brief, broad stroke. Ken fools around with Santa's wife.
Yeah.
Santa gets mad, takes Ken to a workshop, and has his way with him. So this was an idea we came up with, kind of bouncing
we
stuff
were
back
sitting
while
on
we
the
were in
couch.
isolation. We knew we wanted to do something Christmas, and I was like, "Oh, I'd like to play Santa." So we're trying to figure out what's Santa doing. And then somewhere along the way, it was like, "All right, well, what if you do something and Santa's torturing you for it?"
Yeah,
It's like, "Oh, you bang his wife."
yeah. Made sense.
So a couple days later, we had a script. We did some edits. Isaac helped us edit the script a little bit too. And this was a very big, if you've seen it, you saw the 1 million times ramp up from certainly Friendsgiving to this one. It was a very big undertaking. We had 2 days. We needed 4. But we got stuff we're really happy with.
Yeah.
And you literally got tortured.
Literally, yeah, I got tortured
Because we did some holiday themed tortures, and a classic torture is waterboarding, but
Yeah.
you got to make it Crimbus.
Yeah.
So we milkboarded. I milkboarded.
Yeah,
you.
you literally put a towel over my head and poured milk to where I could not breathe, and it was going in my throat, in my nostrils. I was dying.
It sounded like you were dying. So can try and explain, because I think it's a thing that you can't comprehend unless you've done it. But try and give us an idea of that feeling.
I mean, it was I knew, like, obviously, I think in the back of my mind, I knew I could get out if I wanted to, but I wanted to try to stay there as long as possible.
And you stayed a long time.
I mean, it was a fight to not just rip it off. I think I did rip some of it off, but yeah, it felt like you were drowning. It literally felt like you were drowning, but at least like when you're in the water, you have that ability to keep the water out of your nose and mouth. It just felt like somebody was like in the water and like preventing you from being able to close that stuff off. It was like impossible, absolutely impossible to keep both like closed. The stuff was just entering. So it was like suffocation, drowning. It was freezing cold.
You were basically naked.
Dude, I mean, if that happened, if you were in a torture situation, like you think about it, somebody's just beating the hell out of you or like cutting you, that's going to be terrible. But after experiencing that, you do that to me for a minute, I'll tell you whatever you need to know. That is, I get why people do that.
Yeah, why they break.
Yeah, it's easy.
Yeah, because, I mean, that's what it is. It's supposed to make you feel like you're just absolutely drowning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but at least when you're underwater, like, I feel like you can hold your nose or something.
Yeah.
That wasn't possible.
And
or
you
maybe
feel
I
like
just
you
don't
could
know how to
fight
do
up
it.
to the surface. But
Yeah,
we
no
had
chance.
you tied up with Christmas
Yeah.
lights. But if it was a real torture situation where you're bound completely.
Oh, you're gonna feel so helpless. you're gonna. God, I can't imagine somebody getting. That's got to be one of the worst things.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's why it's such a harsh word.
Torture.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, are they still torturing people?
Yeah, people are getting tortured. Probably
in
daily,
America, though?
I'm sure. Maybe not like government torture.
Well, that's
but,
what I mean.
Oh, probably.
I mean, they were doing it after like 9/11 and stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure there's still some torture going on.
I bet they are.
Yeah,
behind the
100%,
scenes.
100%.
Guantanamo Bay.
Shadow torture.
Shadows.
Shadow
I
torture.
bet, I bet Alex Jones
Oh,
knows.
he knows all about it.
He probably likes it, though. That's why he doesn't say
Waterboarding
anything.
with cow semen or something.
That would be viscous.
Weaponized cow semen being used in waterboarding scenarios. Obama and Hillary Clinton smell like sulfur.
He's wild. But you gotta use pig semen so that you have like a 5-gallon bucket you can pour on.
Yeah, because they got some sacks on them. We found out. Got some sacks on them.
Yeah.
But yeah, we that was because I remember you. Because you made that comment that night when we were shooting that. And we tried to save that as far to the end as we could because we knew you were going to be freezing cold because we were in a cinder block workshop.
Yeah.
So it was colder in there than it was outside.
Yeah. It was probably what, like 45?
Yeah, it was not warm. And we had one little heater in there, which wasn't doing it'd warm your foot.
Yeah, if you were like right in front of it.
But yeah, it was that. We did that on a Saturday, and we started early that morning. Like, we were at our first location at like 8 o'clock. No.
Yeah, it was
8
8.
o'clock, and then started shooting shortly after 9. Mm-hmm. And you didn't leave. So then we did that scene, then headed over to the workshop, got it lit, and like the set dressed. And then you didn't end up leaving until after 11 or right at 11, right?
Yeah.
After being
Freezing.
tortured naked basically the whole time. And then Isaac and I were there a little bit longer just trying to get stuff together. Oh, yeah. Isaac, not only did he help us with the script, but he, like I said, because we ramped it up so big for this one, I was like, I can't direct this and be Santa and, like, the two of us try and shoot a torture scene or the two of us and, Jordan or Craig. Be impossible.
Yeah.
And Isaac's a much far greater director than I am. So he came all over us and directed this one, and I mean that's another reason it's going to look so much better than the.
No,
the
it was
other two.
it was nice. It was just overall, it was better set up. It was more enjoyable too because it seemed like there was just more structure to the whole thing, which I like a lot. But yeah, I don't know a lot about it, so I didn't know how to do that before. But now being part of that, it's like, oh, this is much better.
Yeah.
So. Thanks, Isaac.
Thanks. Love you, man.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas, Isaac.
Merry Christmas.
But yeah, well, it was fun. But we did say like because you watch it and it's like it's not Inception. It's not some giant like all these big set pieces. But
yeah,
for basically 4 people, the majority of the time. Then we had some people who came in. Jordan is in this one again. He's been in every one, whether you see him or not. And we have some female representation finally in some Greyboys media, which is nice.
Yeah.
But for the 3 of us, me, you, and Isaac, we got some incredible shit, and it's really exciting.
I haven't even seen a lot.
Yeah, you'll see it after this.
Yeah.
Because we got to do a little bit more shooting.
We got to do a little bit more. But
a few pickup shots.
Pick up 6.
Exciting stuff. And we hope you'll watch it. And we put a lot of work. Ken was literally tortured. So
yeah, maybe my family will watch this one.
That can be a Christmas present to you. So maybe as a thank you to Ken getting literally tortured, you can help us get it out there, share it.
Yeah, I appreciate it, and just show everybody the pain and laughter I feel.
Because there's the scene after that. You weren't acting anymore. You were literally miserable. It was no longer acting. Because you're like, thank you. We have full method for that last scene.
That's what we need to start doing for our shorts. We just break each other, and then we film it.
We should have ripped a bunch of Adderall before the Friendsgiving.
Yeah,
Summoned a real ghost.
That'd be cool.
We did try.
We tried multiple times.
Yeah, we
Didn't
tried
work,
on the
as far as we
podcast.
know.
We tried. I tried with Elliot when he was over here. We tried when we had some other friends over here. Yeah, we never got any contact. Maybe next year.
Maybe next year.
It's waiting in the wings.
Yeah. Well, I mean, eventually, that'd be cool. Like, eventually we have, maybe we make, like, these big things happen now. That's our thing, is just the Greyboy holidays where everybody looks forward to what we do on that. That'd be really cool.
Yeah, it would.
Easter.
I don't know.
Well,
Probably talk about it off here.
yeah. Good news, though.
Go on.
Some shining light in the darkness, especially if you're feeling cramped on the cash flow with Christmas. Apparently, we're getting $600.
Are we getting $600?
We're getting $600.
Wow.
I mean,
When does it hit?
So they were I didn't check, but they were supposed to approve it today. But they apparently had agreed on everything, and so it was pretty much a done deal. They just had to vote on it.
Dang. So, God, all it takes is a pandemic and nearly a year for us to get $1,800 from the
Yeah,
government.
it's hilarious. I mean, I've seen some memes about just even the $1,200. It's like all this happens, like you spend or you give the government like whatever it is, 10, 15, 20% of your entire income, and then they just give you $1,200 during a pandemic where people aren't working. They're like, okay, we're even now.
Yeah.
This is good. And now it's down to, which I appreciate, is $600 I didn't have.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
it's still kind of laughable.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like spitting in our eyes
It's
in a
like,
way.
yeah.
You know?
Is it? I wonder if it's just to make them feel better. I don't know.
I mean, because they can say, oh, yeah, we gave you 2 stimulus checks.
Yeah.
And we can be like, yeah, but it was only like, we gave you 2 of them. Understand?
Yeah, be grateful.
We could have given you none.
Yeah, I mean, luckily we're not in a situation where we're dying to have it, but
There are people.
especially around Christmas time and stuff, man.
Yeah, it's going to be a dismal Christmas for a lot of people. We're very lucky that we work somewhere where it operates.
Yeah. I mean, they did extend like the unemployment and stuff too, which people were super worried about. But I mean, again, $600, I mean, that will
That'll help.
cover the Christmas bills for
Yeah.
sure, or should for most people. So that's something good.
Yeah, I mean,
guess.
it's definitely. I mean, it could be a lot better, but it could be nothing at the same time. So
yeah, which is what we all expect.
what we're used to.
What are you gonna do if you get that $600? I mean, I guess you hadn't thought about it.
I hadn't thought about it. I know what you're gonna do.
What am I gonna do?
You're gonna be buying some more ink.
Probably.
I'm
on a rampage.
Since the last episode, have you gotten 3 or 2? You've gotten 3 since at least 2 episodes ago.
Yeah, I've gotten 3 since 2, but I've gotten
2
since
the last one.
Yeah, I'm gonna be covered.
Which I feel very special. I feel a part of one of them.
Yeah, you are a part of one.
Yeah, the one right over your heart.
Yeah, I got which we've talked about in here before. I got the shed. Just a little outline of the shed. Super simple, but I mean, you can definitely tell that's what it is.
Our childhood haunt.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many memories. I wanted to get it close to my heart too,
You can
because
see
it
it
means so much.
every time you're getting in the
Yep.
shower or getting ready.
Yeah, because my mom moved, so I was like, Jesus, like this is a time to do it because I'm not really gonna see it anymore.
Yeah.
So yeah, you went in there one last time and kind of
Yeah, I got
looked
to
at
look
it.
around and saw things that I had totally forgotten about, like signs and
Yeah,
stuff that we had
you don't
picked
remember.
up from my dad's warehouse.
Yeah, we were so like that was our little place.
Yeah.
Like we went, we decorate our 15-year-old selves decorated it. It was
Yeah.
awful, but we did it.
Because like my granddad have their furniture business, like used furniture, and a lot of times if like say someone elderly died or if they were moving into like assisted living or something, there'd be an auction, or because my family also did auctions, but if there wasn't enough stuff to warrant like doing the whole operation of an auction, sometimes they would be like, well, we'll buy the contents and then they would sell it through their retail store.
Yeah.
Well, in this particular case, the reason we were able to get that free couch and free chair recliner was because they bought the contents of a house that a house fire had been in. And so those were in one of the rooms that the smoke damage, you couldn't sell it. You can't get that smoke out.
Yeah.
So like, we'll just put it in this tiny shed because it was just going to sit at the warehouse.
Yeah.
So we had the couch, the chair, the spittoon.
Yeah.
You put something in there that we had a little TV on,
Yeah, I
and we
don't
found
remember
some working signs, like metal legit signs.
Yeah, like some of them were like hazard or like no trespassing. There was one it was like a parking fine one or
Yeah.
something. I don't remember any of
I
that
didn't
stuff
either.
until I saw it. Though.
Yeah.
But then once I saw it, like I remembered going to because we were beside what was the place we were at where the cars are at.
Well, yeah, that was so the warehouse.
That was the
building,
warehouse?
Yeah, that was the warehouse. It used to be a like mechanic shop, like a
Okay.
garage. So
Yeah.
there were still like old cars, like on cinder blocks in the back.
Okay.
And then there was I think at one point they rented out the back building. I mean, none of this matters. Rented out the back building to see people that were working at, like a garage.
Oh, okay.
But the warehouse used to be a car shop.
Okay.
So there was like car signs.
Yeah. But it brought back the memory of like being there and stuff, which was
Looking up in the rafters where we'd put our hot rotten beer.
Yeah. And you try to think of the mindset we were in back then. It was
Dude,
just
we were living large, son.
I was so happy.
It was such a simple thing that brought
Yeah.
so much joy.
Yeah.
And what was really weird because it was 95% cleared out when we were there, and it was not when we were there.
No.
You had to like shimmy in,
Oh yeah.
and to see how much space was actually in there.
This is you could live in there.
Yeah.
You could put a little bed in there. Have a
But
good
our
old
knees
time.
are like bumping the table that the TV's on if you're sitting on the couch.
Yeah. Well,
But we had a
there's-
mini fridge in there.
We did, yeah. They got super cold, and we would freeze the beer sometimes. I'd do like a beer slushy, a natty light beer slushy. We were so stupid.
Oh, it was fun though.
It was. It was
Play
amazing.
Rock Band or Guitar Hero, whichever one it was. Watch movies. The first time I ever saw Fight Club was in the shed.
Really? Mm-hmm. It must have been my first time too, or was it not?
I feel like you had seen it, but maybe
I
not.
had, and I wanted you to see it or something. Such a good movie. I
It's
was actually
incredible.
just talking. God, that's a good movie.
David Fincher.
The book's really good too.
I never read the book.
I mean, I like the movie better, but God, but yeah, we just so many. It was such a simple, and just there no frills. Mm-hmm. Just guys being dudes, just hanging out.
I think that's a thing. Like it's like that's why kids like. That's why it's a thing in movies too. Like when people build a fort where these little kids go,
Yeah,
and like they just
we had our
have
own
their
place.
place. Because it's like, yeah, you have your room and you're at your parents' house and all that, and it's great. But to have a thing where your parents, or in this case,
Yeah.
your parents were like, put the shit in there, enjoy it. You guys hang out. We know right where you are.
Yeah.
We can throw a rock from the porch and hit the shed.
Yeah.
And it was like that was the shed. That was our little spot.
God, yeah.
And it was just at that age, not many people. You can't just decide. Oh, I'm gonna go have a shed now.
Mm-hmm. You can't, and it gave us like so much freedom
Mm-hmm.
and so much. Like I guess it kind of felt to me like a partial thing of just being an adult or
Yeah,
something,
that's
or
what
like
it was.
more responsibility, or like there was something that we had that other people didn't, and we were like proud of it.
We were.
Because
Because that was the thing. It was like there was that one spring break where everybody's going to be like, yeah, we're just going to hang out in the shed all week.
And then we ended up going for like a couple of days because we were alone.
We're just gonna go cook in the shed for the week.
Yeah.
But we would just have fun.
Yeah.
God, that was the best.
Yeah, I feel like we had a lot of different people come through too.
Yeah, a lot of people got to experience the shed. You know, it was invite only.
Yeah, I wonder if they remember it like we do.
We'll have to.
I mean, I know Thomas does.
Thomas and Jordan Kipp.
Mm-hmm.
Payne probably remembers it.
He was there.
Trey.
Amount. Yeah, Trey.
Yeah.
Oh man, if we could just. Why can't life just always be like that?
Because that's not real.
It isn't.
You gotta
real,
grow up and like have like do stuff and be miserable and depressed and live through a pandemic.
But why?
Because that's life. Life sucks, but you try and make the best of it while you're in it and have a good time.
It's just like you gotta suck it up and just accept it.
I mean, it is what it is, and you either cry about it or you just enjoy the parts that are enjoyable.
Yeah. And now it's even like on that same kind of topic. Now it's not even this anymore. But I remember even in our 20s, I mean, most of our 20s, especially early 20s, going home for like Thanksgiving or going home for Christmas, especially those holidays, there would be a day or two in there where everybody you kind of talked to a little bit still or used to talk to would get together. Mm-hmm. You know, like maybe there'd be a party at Jack's Lake House or the Pond House.
Ladson's Lake House.
Ladson's Lake House. Okay. I don't care. Or the Pond House or some, but now that's not even a thing.
Or a
anymore.
random field.
Yeah, or a random field.
Mm-hmm.
Like even like keeping some like you go home and you're always looking forward to seeing family, but also friends too. Mm. And now that's kind of fallen off. And I don't think that's due to the pandemic. I just think that's us getting older.
Yeah, I mean, I hadn't thought of it, but thanks. Yeah, I guess.
You know what I mean? Everybody has their people now, and
people are married. A lot of people have kids,
and they have their own families. I guess maybe it's more important to spend time with their families now. If they're, I don't know the whole reason, but yeah, I used to look forward to that too, and now that's not even really a thing. But why can't we make it? I mean,
see, I don't think it's us. I think maybe it's people like because we obviously would be happy to do that.
Yeah, we still haven't grown up.
I think it's people like they lean more into their responsibilities, and that becomes more on the forefront. Whereas we kind of put our responsibilities a little bit more on the back burner and try and focus on stuff like this,
stuff we like
this, doing the short films,
like.
Who else? What? I mean, do any of our other friends have like YouTube channels?
No.
I mean,
nope.
It's like, oh yeah, John and Ken, they're 30 and have YouTube. They made a movie where Santa tortures a guy. They're really grown up.
Yeah, I mean, I like what we're doing.
Oh hell yeah, dude! I would much rather be doing what we're doing.
Me too. It's like
shout out to everyone that's listening. That's like, oh, they're talking about me.
If it makes you feel better, I was still in John. My family thinks I'm a joke. So I'm sure you're doing all right. It just depends on what you want.
Well, yeah, whatever makes you happy. If that's not a thing that that would make us happy, and if it wouldn't make someone else happy, okay, that's just people change.
Yeah, I know, and it is a weird time too with the pandemic. But I don't know. I wish, especially around like times like this, I wish everybody would just reach out more or like come together more, or like with people you have memories with or fondness towards, but you don't always talk to all the time. Mm-hmm. Which, I mean, I could do way better about that. But I don't know. Maybe that's something to look for in the future when we're not in a pandemic too.
Yeah, and maybe so. I mean, definitely more when we're out of the pandemic, and I think maybe that's something we can talk about on next week's.
Yeah, well, we'll have to talk about
like some New
I gotta
Year's
start thinking
stuff
about it, but yeah,
I have one.
Yeah,
in my mind.
Okay.
You're gonna laugh at me.
That's fine.
Excuse me.
Well, now I'm just okay. I'm not gonna prod you. I want to know though.
I mean, you can prod me, but I'm not. I'm just
just play you like a puppet.
Just turn me into a lollipop. Make me a lolly daddy.
You think anybody said that to
Oh,
somebody?
dude, 100%. Make me a lolly. What if your name was Lolly?
Ugh, I don't like that name.
What if that was your name though? You were
Lolly?
Little Lolly.
I'd change
Little
it.
Lolly Johnson.
I'd kill myself. I
think you'd get killed on the playground.
God, Lolly?
Little Lolly.
Hey, Lolly,
Little
what you doing? Huh? You need a little licking? And then they just start spanking you and then they rape you.
Yeah, you'd get raped all the time if your name was Lolly. Shouts out if your name's Lolly. Hope you're not too sore.
Nobody names somebody Lolly, though. It's short for something, right? Or is it just Lolly?
Lawland? What's it?
Lawlander? I don't know.
Lawless?
I want to know.
No one's named Lolly.
Are people named Lolly? I mean, it's a name.
Well, anything could be a name.
As it's mostly name for girls of Spanish and Latin origin.
Oh, well, that's different because that's probably a different meaning to what it is when we're saying lolly.
Lolly is also a derivative of Laura, but in Latin.
Okay, so so that's like a language thing. But
Lolly is an alternate spelling of Esmeralda, Spanish.
Okay, well there you go. That's like Dick and Richard.
Mm-hmm. That's weird. Yeah, that still doesn't make sense to me. But
Dick and Richard. Yeah, none of that makes sense. But I guess everywhere does it.
Yeah. So yeah, people are named Lolly. Or people are called Lolly at least.
Right.
Terrible name.
Bad name.
Awful name.
Not the best. Probably change it.
Go
by Esmeralda. That's a cool name.
Esmeralda's a really cool name.
Yeah, imagine
I would
your
be
name
happy
being
with that.
Esmeralda. It's like, hey, I'm Esmeralda, but call me Lolly.
No, I will not. No, thank you. Do I have a choice in the matter? I'd rather not.
Hi, Lolly. Why has no one murdered you yet?
Lolly.
But see, it's different. Like if you're going around and you're Lolly Johnson, yeah, you're gonna get.
That's such a basic
assaulted.
last name.
Johnson?
Yeah. So many. I mean, that's got to be one of the top like populated last names.
It's out there. Imagine having nearly half those letters as your first name.
Yeah, John's a
very common.
Yeah,
There's
very
three in
common.
mine's so common. I have to be numerically, set apart from two other people in my family that are currently living.
Well, your dad, they call him Johnny, right?
Right. They call my granddad John Milton, my dad Johnny, and I'm John.
Oh, you got the easy one.
Yeah. I mean, I'm definitely not gonna break the chain. I'm not gonna be the one if I have a son.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like part of me likes it, like having the little Roman numeral in my name. Like,
Yeah,
it's
you
fun
write
to,
it a lot. I figured you liked that.
It's fun to put it in things. But
I could do a third.
you're the third?
I could do a third. I'm JR Junior. I'm saying I could. The child.
You could. Oh, so it's
Yeah, I could provide.
So you're junior,
Yeah.
like on your birth certificate or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
I probably did and forgot.
Yeah, Junior.
Gerald Kenneth Johnson Jr.
Yeah, I used to say when I was little, I'm Gerald Kenneth Johnson and I'm Junior. I didn't understand that Junior was just like a suffix or whatever.
Yeah, I get bummed out when if I'm doing like stuff like signing up for something online and they don't have the suffix drop down. So I'll just put it at my last name line.
Really?
Hell yeah, brother.
Huh.
See if I care.
That could cause some I don't know, issues.
It could, but I feel attacked as someone who
That's
has
true.
a suffix in their name, and you don't provide me a drop-down box.
Yeah, that's a good point. What if they provided like 30 different gender options, but then not a suffix?
Which, I mean, go back in history. King Henry the 9000th. It's always been there.
Yeah, what in the suffix, like when there's given options, how far does it go?
It usually doesn't go past like I feel like oftentimes either fourth or just like V for fifth
Okay,
is about as far. But you don't You don't get many.
Yeah, I would imagine past 5.
That's the most I feel like I can remember off the top of my head.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Like do you think there's any the 6th out there now? Mm-hmm. That's kind of odd.
That is odd to have that many generations not being willing to break the chain. Because that's all it takes is one of them to be like, I don't think I want to do that. Yeah. Like if I would have grown up not enjoying being a suffixedman, I would be like, yeah, I'm not going to do that. But I don't mind it. I kind of like it.
Yeah, I mean, yours is different from mine, though, in that I want to kind of break the chain just because I don't know if we talked about this, but you go by your first name. It wasn't like that for me, and I want to make it as easy as possible if I have a child so they cannot be totally embarrassed on the roll call in school.
So you felt embarrassment when they said Gerald.
I had like really bad anxiety when it would happen. Like I knew that they would start the roll call.
Like the first day of school every year?
Yeah.
Even though 90% of the people are the same kids from last year?
No, I'm talking about in college mainly.
Oh.
Yeah, I would get sued because I was in 5-6 different classes every semester.
Wow.
And so it would happen.
Kid.
It would happen every time. And then when I first went, I had zero like skills and like confidence at all. So like the first like couple semesters, I didn't even correct the people.
You were just Gerald.
Yeah, I was just Gerald.
I mean, that's your name.
It is my name, but it's not at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'd feel weird if it was like people were calling me Milton.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, people have called. I mean, I don't really care.
Milty?
I don't give a shit what people call me, honestly. As long as it's
Milky
something has
Milty.
Yeah, Mama's Milk Boy.
You are Mama's little milk boy, aren't you?
As long as it's close to my name, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I mean, I am now.
My uncle used to call me 3. That was cool.
That's really cool.
That was his
actually.
nickname for me.
Well, that's kind of like why people are called Trey.
Yeah.
It's because of the 3.
Mhm.
'Cause you could
Trip.
You could be you could be Trip. You could be Trey.
Yeah, I liked the 3, but just from him, it was like I don't know.
You could be 4. You can name your kid 4 or call him
Quattro, Lil Quattro,
Quaddy,
Lil Juani Quattro,
Quat boy.
Quad,
That wouldn't be bad.
4 score.
I like 4.
4.
4.
Hey, little 4.
Yeah, that's
Come
kinda
sit on
cool.
Daddy's lap and let me teach you a lesson.
It's different, but it's not like stupid.
Yeah.
No,
I don't know.
You don't like it. You hate it.
I don't know. Maybe I'll call him Johnny.
Okay. What about Jonathan?
That's not our name. That's the thing. Like people through like once I went to college, people were like, "Oh, it's your name's Jonathan." I'm like, "No, it's just John." They're like, "Oh, what?" As if they've never heard that someone can just be named John.
Well, it's different. Jonathan spelled doesn't have most Jonathan spellings don't have an H in it,
right.
so it's like a whole different thing.
Is it most? I've never even thought about it. I've seen it both ways. I've never thought about which one I see more the other.
I feel like it has to be, right? Oh, might as well look.
You're the resident expert on Jonathans.
Most Jonathans. What is the
Most Jonathans. What most Jonathans?
spelling of Jonathan? Hebrew.
That's a weird spelling.
Jonathan.
Hebrew is Jonathan.
It's from Hebrew. Standard. I don't know what that's saying. David. I don't know.
Oh, David.
No. Most common is with the H apparently.
Man, you
That's a
feel
bummer.
Stupid, don't you?
I mean, I
You
didn't
egg
know.
on your
that's
face.
That's why I looked it up.
No,
I don't know.
you said most of it is without an H. You said it pretty confidently too.
I'll throw an egg on your face.
I bet you feel so dumb.
Literally do not care at all. So eggs on your face for thinking that eggs on my face. Stupid.
Wow. Man, called me. You're gonna attack my intelligence now. Real mature. Real mature. You were wrong about Jonathan, and you call me stupid. Okay, guy.
That's life. I'm still 12.
You know, in 1,000 episodes, people can make a wish on that one. It'll be 11/11.
In 1,000 episodes. Yeah. It's a lot of episodes.
It's a lot of years.
How many years is that?
45 to 60.
3?
I'm saying probably about 100 years.
100 years?
About 100, I think.
Okay. Well, I'm going to be dead.
Yeah, you'll be dead.
I don't know, though.
How many is it? What's 1,000? I mean,
1,000 from it's like 4 years.
4 years?
Well, it's like 3, 6, 9. Yeah, it's like
now
3
you're
and a
just
half.
saying numbers.
It's like 3.5 years or something.
Okay.
What?
1,000 episodes divided by
365. Right?
we only do one a week, so shouldn't it be 52?
Oh shit! Yeah. I was like, God, what am I
Yeah,
thinking?
when
We
you
do one
said-
every single day.
When you said that, I was like, what do you say? This number's really different.
Get one
And I don't, and I'm
every
terrible in
day.
math, so I'm just going to defer to you. I just assumed I screwed up somewhere. Man,
Yeah, that's probably about 100 years.
is when I divide 1,000 by 52, it gives me 19.2. So is that 19 years?
That's a lot of years.
Think we'll be doing this in 20 years? I'll be 50.
I'll be dead.
A minute ago you might have been alive 100. Now you're definitely dead in 50.
I thought about it for a second. That's a long time.
Yeah. I mean, we'll probably
it's
have
possible.
we'll have a big falling out between now and then, right? Maybe we make our big return. Like something happens and we hate each other, but
Yeah.
then we reconnect and it's like, man, let's get the band back together.
I'm going to guess. I
We
will
buy a
say
couple mics and we do it.
we will not be in the same place.
Geographically? Like the house?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I agree with that.
We will not be in the same place. We
Man, bold assumption. Keep going, Nostradamus.
Well, think about like what will podcasts even be in 19 years?
Oh God, probably VR. You're sitting there with them, and you just look.
It might be something like that because
VR,
that's why people listen or watch or like that kind of stuff is because like I was actually watching just the one guy on YouTube last night and I was thinking about it like people watch this because it sounds like he's just talking to you and you're part of it. And so yeah, maybe it is where they just integrate it even more.
There's just
where you're a part of the whole thing. Maybe you can like literally be a part of it somehow. Like I don't know if it's possible.
I think what it would be the way I'm looking at you now is there'd be another chair, like a camera set up, VR camera in that chair.
Yeah.
If you do the VR option, you can sit here and just look at who's talking. Look at the other one. Just look around the room.
That's probably not far off.
No, you could do that now.
Yeah. Are you getting a VR headset for Christmas?
No,
What are you
I'd like to
gonna
get one. Some like filmy stuff.
Any candy?
Probably. I usually get a piece of candy in my stocking, like a Snickers bar.
Just one piece of candy?
Some beef jerky.
What's your favorite thing to get in your stocking?
I always get beef jerky and batteries.
Batteries? Mm-hmm. Okay. Classic.
But probably the beef jerky because it's like it feels weird if I'm not opening presents while chomping on some jerk now.
Okay.
After so
It's
many
become
years.
a routine.
Yeah, like that's always something I get, and I always get a Star Wars Lego set.
In your stocking too?
Not my
or
stocking,
just-
but a
okay.
present. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that's tradition becomes a thing. That's like the biggest thing for me and my mom gets is like just a big stocking. It's like probably like whatever this big is, and she
12
just
feet?
stuffs it, like completely stuffs it. Like she puts mugs in there sometimes, like a bunch of different candies, little knickknacks and patty whacks and all kinds of stuff. And that's like the thing I
fun.
look forward to the most.
Yeah.
And it's always she usually always gives me which I guess is maybe one of my favorite little candies. I don't consider it chocolate though, but the Hershey's cookies and cream.
Because it's white chocolate.
Yeah, I don't consider that chocolate. It's not real. It's still really good though.
Yeah, it's tasty. I almost choked to death on. You remember when they did the pouches of like the balls? They were like you'd get the cookies and cream Hershey's, and it was like a ball.
Kinda, yeah.
And they do different. They do like Snicker bar, whatever it was, but in ball form, and you just pop them in your mouth.
I do. They didn't taste as good.
I don't remember them tasting any different, but my sister and I were watching TV, and I was eating them laying down on the couch, and I popped one in my mouth, and it just went straight down into my windpipe, and I was like, and she didn't hear me because I was incapacitated, and I'm like, and she finally looked over and was like, "What's going on?" And I just went, and like hawked really hard, and it just shot out to the floor.
God, you almost died from a Hershey's ball.
I mean, I thought about it later because in the moment, like with the thing, you feel like you're dying, but I was like, it would melted before I actually died.
It should at least. That's funny. Jesus, yeah. You think about all the little kids that are so excited or getting so excited for Christmas right now. I wonder if like less people believe in Santa now, though.
I don't think
less
so.
kids.
I don't know. I mean,
maybe like
not.
the median age that people stop believing is higher.
I would say it's
now.
lower. Yeah, I agree because the internet exists now.
Mm-hmm. I feel like it's got to be.
Joe Cockrell told me.
It's sad.
But I don't think he heard it from the internet.
He definitely didn't hear it from the internet.
The internet whispered in his ear. Hey, kid,
but yeah. Computer. I mean, do you remember that feeling when you used to be? It was like one of the most exciting times of the year.
I think that's literal magic. Like that.
Yeah.
That's what magic is. Like if magic exists, it's that. It's like you're a kid. Like Isaac and I, we were going over short stuff last night, and we were talking about. And I won't say anything. I'm not gonna. No spoilers needed here. No spoiler alert, rather. We were talking about the season finale of Mandalorian, and we were talking about the feelings it gave us, and that's magic. Like, and I think that's the closest you can get to real magic. Is that, like, as a little kid, that feeling of like some, supernatural man is coming into my house tonight just to bring me gifts, just to make me happy, and you're so excited, but you're also still so little that you don't have the ability to just stay awake. Yeah. So you can't fight it, and you have to. You go to sleep as much as you don't want to, and you're like, for me, anyways. It was a tradition. My sister and I, when we were little, that we would sleep in the same bed on Christmas Eve, and then when one of us woke up, it was like, all right, Santa was here. Let's go get the shit.
Yeah.
And we'd run out there, and then wake up Mom and Dad. It's still dark outside, and Dad's like groggy, and then he'd get the video camera. But it was, I mean. Yeah, I mean, it was magic.
Yeah, it was. God.
That's a feeling we'll never have again.
No, you can't. It's like once you get older and you can think better, and then you like lose innocence and all that. Yeah, it's not. I mean, we sat there and we'd write letters. Like we'd write letters thinking they were going to this North Pole where Santa and all his little workers are, and he's gonna read it and be like, "Oh, you were a good boy this year, so I'm going to get you all this." And then you have this excitement, and you're like kind of worried a little bit too because you don't know if you're going to get everything because you don't know if you've been good enough or not. And then, so yeah, then you have to try to go to sleep, and then you wake up and you just run in, and it's like, Jesus, like, how did this happen? This is the best thing in the whole world. And then, yeah, my dad used to video it too, and it was always just a thing, and you were ripping open the presents and just, yeah, that feeling. I barely remember what it feels like.
Yeah,
like it's so neat, and it's so like unique. And man, if we could bottle that up somehow.
Oh my God.
Like figure out how to make people feel like
We'd
that.
We'd be loaded. I think someone did, and they called it heroin.
Maybe that's why people
I think
trying to get that childhood Christmas feeling.
That was the person who bottled that. It was heroin. They couldn't help what the side effects were or how you had to get it in you.
Yeah.
But you get the feeling, but then you got to deal with the fallout.
Yeah, you didn't have to deal. Everything was just all nice and great when you were a kid. There was no fun. But yeah, if you want it now, you got to pay for it.
You got to do heroin.
You got to pay for it physically and maybe lose your life over it.
Probably. I mean, but maybe it's worth it. I don't
Maybe
know.
it
I've never
is.
tried it.
And I don't really remember what that feeling as a kid feels like. It's me thinking about it now. It seems like the best thing ever.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, if heroin's that,
Might be worth it.
maybe that'd be a good Christmas present for people.
Let's be honest. We find out asteroid is coming. It's a planet buster asteroid. Immediately, first thing you do is heroin.
Yeah, and there's no chance of saving the Earth.
100% the Earth is blowing up.
I'm gonna try everything that I've thought about trying before, and that would definitely be one of them.
So is it worth finding a heroin dealer now so when it happens you're not wasting some of that precious time finding one?
Point.
I don't know. Where do you start? Do you start at someone you know that smokes weed and like, hey, who sells you weed? Mm-hmm. And then it's like, or you have a dealer and you go to them and it's like, hey, can you get other stuff? Mm-hmm. They're like, what? I'm like, can you get coke? And he's like, oh yeah. You go to that guy. You're like, hey, can you get anything? Can you get like ecstasy or like maybe some pills or like some meth or something?
Yeah,
like, oh yeah, I got you. Go to the meth dealer. Like, hey man, I need heroin, and he's either like, I got you, or like, talk to my guy Bobby.
Yeah, that's got to be the way to go.
That's what you do.
Or maybe like the coke dealer has other stuff because that's pretty hard and very illegal too at this point. And so maybe because I just started watching Euphoria, and they just have the one guy, and he just has like everything.
Yeah, I think that is he was written that way, so
Yeah.
he's just for convenience.
That can't be realistic.
I feel like and maybe it is. I don't know. I've never been a drug dealer. Maybe that, but I feel like you'd be stepping on toes if you were like the Walmart of drugs.
Do you think? Yeah, that's true. Or do you think heroin's more like that feeling, or would it be like ecstasy?
It's got to be heroin.
You think so?
Yeah, because people can just like do ecstasy and have a good time, enjoy it, feel a little bummed when it's over, but you're not like, man, I'm gonna ruin my life for this. Mm-hmm. People ruin their lives for heroin because it's gotta feel so good.
I'm sure it feels amazing.
Jesus, so shouts out heroin, right?
Shouts out to heroin, yeah. Again,
Shouts out having the gonads to do it.
Stocking stuffer for the season. Let's put a little heroin in there.
Now, how do y'all do? Because like for us, usually the way it works is we'll hand out the stockings because all like me, my mom, my dad, my sister have our stocking. Those get divvied out. And in the past few years, my sister has kind of been Santa's little helper and like hands out the gifts, like makes the little piles for each of us. And then we kind of one at a time, someone opens and you watch like, oh, that's so nice. And then usually at the end, you get into your stocking. And those are kind of the last things you open. But I always, like I said, I go into it and get my beef jerky out so I can be munching on it while I'm opening my gifts. And we also, one of our traditions is everyone gets to open one stocking stuffer on Christmas Eve.
Yeah. Okay.
How do y'all do it?
Well, things have definitely changed in recent years.
Right.
Now it's just my mom watches me open the presents that she got me. And that's about
because y'all have already had the end of y'all had the y'all just do one gift. You pick names.
It used to be though that we'd have our little piles and we'd open up. Everybody would just open up their stockings
first.
I think, or we'd either do stockings first or everybody does stockings last. It was one of the two. I can't really remember. But we'd have our piles, and the youngest to oldest would open
all of their gifts.
Yeah, so I would start off when we actually had everybody there. I would open all my stuff, and then it would go to my sister, and then Quinn, and then my other sister, and then my parents. But
right, and famously, your sisters don't have names. Only Quinn was named. It's a big family secret. My sister Quinn and my other sister.
Oh, well,
Call them 1 and 2.
I just won't say it now.
It's fun.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, again, Christmas has changed a lot, especially this year. But still, I'm sure, like, again, I'm not super excited about it right now. Just doesn't feel the same, but I'm sure once it gets closer, I'll get a little more excited. It'd be good to see some people and stuff, but so everybody be safe and be thankful and spend time with family and make the best of it, I guess.
Yeah, if spending time with family this year is in
okay
person or virtually.
Yeah,
Enjoy
whatever
it.
works.
Shit. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. You got shouts out?
Yeah. Shouts out Christmas. Shouts out to hopefully next Christmas being a little more normal.
Mm-hmm.
Shouts out frontline workers who won't be home with their families at all for who knows how long. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Shouts out Santa. Shouts out Magic and Harry Potter.
Mm-hmm.
Shouts out Isaac again. Thank you. Shouts out to all of you who either already have or will watch our short. Shouts out cameras. And shouts out family, I guess.
Yeah.
And shouts out you, man. Merry Crimbus. And a Happy New Year.
Thanks. Appreciate that. Shouts out to you.
Thanks,
honestly. Man. Thank you for the gift. Really
That's
appreciate
for you.
it. Thanks. Shouts out to, I was going to say family too. And just this time of the year to hopefully connect and feel, I don't know, as close as possible as you can in this time, whatever you're comfortable with. Shouts out to Christmas and Santa, reindeer. We didn't really talk about reindeer.
We got next year.
Shouts out to the shed and everybody else's, whatever the shed was for you when you were younger.
Mm-hmm.
Shouts out to friends and just that magical feeling that you had. And hopefully it can come back in whatever way you can find it.
Yeah, shouts out heroin dealers.
Shouts out heroin. All right.
Yeah. Well, thanks, everybody. Remember, the short is out.
Yeah.
Greyboys at Large
Watch
on
it, share it.
youtube.com. www.youtube.com /bloodorgy820 or just go to www.youtube.com. Click on the search bar, search the Greyboys at Large podcast. You'll see our little alien faces. You click on that. You can watch our videos. You can watch this podcast and all our podcasts of the past few weeks. You can watch our Halloween short, or you can watch our Friendsgiving short. Today is about the Christmas short. You better watch out.
You better watch
sluts.
out. You better watch out, and you better watch it.
You better watch it.
Or else.
Bye.
See you guys. Merry Christmas.